Hi guys, so this is a continuation of This is Halloween for second violin. Again, you must go and purchase this music if you're not my student or your orchestra teacher didn't give it to you. I bought mine from J.W. Pepper and I'm going to link it in the info section of the video, okay? Again, it's written by Danny Elfman and arranged by James Kazik, okay? So we were basically around measure 23 where we left off last time. So 23, don't mind my cat, he's just complaining because he wants lunch, okay? So here we go at 23. You start with third finger, go to an E flat, low fourth finger. You have 1 E and 2 and a 3 and 4. My goodness, I have all the distractions today. So at 23 again, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 E and 2 and a B flat, 3 and 4. Then you go to a G. That's an F sharp. Be careful. You played a lot of naturals, so just make sure that you go to F sharp. Rest, rest, rest. There you have another natural. So you have rest, D, rest, D, rest, D, F. Then you pizzicato. I think you can do that okay, but just make sure when you get to this next arco, after you've played rest, G, rest, G, rest, you have to play C sharp to D, then you get to F natural again, okay? So at 29, you have F natural, F sharp, to a B flat, open A, G. Then in the next measure, 31, open D, G, B flat. Make sure you're going to B flat. Open E, you can do that. So again, all these transitions need to be practiced and worked out because they're pretty tricky. So when you're coming from 29 and you have you're almost not expecting it. So you need to practice those, okay? One good way to practice that might be to play the measure and then stop on the next note of the next measure. My poor cat. Okay. You'd think he has never eaten in his life, but trust me, he eats 3 times a day. So here we go. At 29, I would practice and stop. And the same thing for the next measure. And then the same thing for the next measure, etc. Okay? So just take a look at 32. You have open E, D sharp, then another D sharp. Okay, so be careful there. Then you have rest, 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 D sharp's low 1, rest, 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 E, D sharp. Again, it carries through the measure. Then you go to a G sharp, right? Sorry. So you have 1 and 2, 3 and rest. Okay, don't repeat the quarter note like I did. So it's 1 and 2, 3 and one more time. Rest. Then do an open D, rest, 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 rest. And it's almost like this 8th note is combined to the next measure. F sharp, E. And then you have E, F natural, C natural. Rest, rest, rest. Okay, so let's have me play from, we'll even just go for measure 33, okay, this D sharp. So you have rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest. Okay, and then continuing on, 39, rest, rest. Okay, and we didn't get to this section yet, but just, again, watch all those rests. So here, at measure 40, you have an F natural, 1 and a 2 E, and so you're going from an F natural to an E flat, whole step, to a D flat, low 4. Back to an F natural. So C sharp, high 2, high 3, low 1, low 1. Then back to an F natural. Watch that rhythm. It's not the same as when we played it here. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 E and Then you go to an F sharp. So you have a lot of the same notes and a lot of different rhythms. Why don't you just listen to measure 40 where you have 1. And on a D natural. Okay, so be careful. Right there at measure, what is that, 44, you have D, 1, and then an F natural. Be careful. Low 1, right? Now, yes, this might look very similar. Measure 45 might look like measure 39. Obviously different notes, but you're actually playing on the downbeat. You're not playing on the offbeat, okay? My cat's getting in all kinds of trouble because he's ornery. Okay, and now you're going to measure 46, where you have a B flat. It's those 16th notes again. This time it's not as tricky, but you still are going to want to practice in rhythms because just because you play it slowly doesn't mean you can play it quickly. So you want to practice in quick rhythms or right, etc. I taught you that before, so make sure you apply it there. And looking towards the end, at measure 47, you have D, E flat, low 4. Okay, just be careful with B flat, open A, D, then rest. So that's rest. And that's U, N, 3 E, N, 4 E, N, da 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 da. And you get that again the next two measures. So you have rest. 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 So tons and tons and tons of accidentals. So here we have an E flat, right? E flat, low 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, low 2, 4, 3, low 2. Next measure, B natural, D, C sharp, half step, rest, E flat again, F sharp, 4, so that's rest, and a 2, and 3, 4. Sometimes rhythms aren't that complicated, right? But we just have to make sure we count and divide the beats so that we really understand what part of the beat are we counting. So this is the anda of 1, 2, and downbeat of 3, and then 4 as a whole quarter note, okay? So don't let that 8th rest confuse you. Then the last 3 measures are as follows. You have B flat, low 2, right? So 2, 3, C natural, whole step to 1, half step, A, same fingers, right? Now 1, low 2, 3, low 2, then you have rest, rest. And then you hold that last note out, okay? All right, you've got to practice carefully. You've got to be focused. You've got to be organized. You can't just play through things and think that you've got it because it's a lot more than that, right? There's so many accidentals, so many tricky rhythms. You got to go through with like a fine-tooth comb and really look it over. Okay, so practice in the ways that I've shown you. Mark in any of the fingerings that you think might be tricky for you, right? It's no shame in writing something in just so that you remind yourself, and then also maybe write in some of the accidentals in even bigger print so that way you really see them, okay? All right, if you have any questions, let me know, but otherwise, good luck.